been dealing lately with some adversity.
Yeah, injuries have hit them hard. We're seeing some makeshift starting lineups. This is when a reserve has a chance to make an impression.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. Pritchard in white or they're gone. Sam Hauser is out there with Brown. And it's Queta in at the center position. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Here's Pritchard. Here's Hauser. The three-pointer, no good. Christie against White. Pass to Flag. Marshall sets a screen for Flag. Back to Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now, here's Brown. Coming off a stellar performance against Milwaukee. And it's White missing. Over in the corner, Christie. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. And a wide open look for Flag. Off target from outside.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Brown the pass to Queta. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. White with the double team. Christie the pass to Gafford. Shoots over Brown. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Austin's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. A rebound by Washington.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down the floor.
And you think of all that Jaylen Brown has accomplished, Coach? Top of the list, 2024 Finals MVP.
Yeah, look, it's tough to beat that as an accomplishment, Kevin. Win your team a championship and be the biggest part of it. But what I love about Jaylen Brown is the consistency of what he's done throughout his career. This guy has been good for a long time, and he's still got a long way to go.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. Fifth on the list, Cooper Flag.
And you know, rebounding was a skill that I thought would translate to the NBA for him. We knew he could board with the best of them, and he has not disappointed.
Brown with it. Marshall defending. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Dallas leading by 6. Pass to Washington. And he drives in. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got 6.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Queta. Last time, 14 points for him. On the wing, Brown. Marshall defending. Just 4 to shoot. Shot to stop the run. Brown's shot is good.
Yeah, and there's his patience paying off. Brown waited until the right moment to go on the offensive.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, it's stolen by Pritchard. Brown, right side. Pass to Hauser. To the inside. Brown, no good.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Here's Christie. Nothing on the board. To the middle. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Brown. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. White finds Pritchard. Over flag. Pritchard gets the bucket. Dallas leading by 6. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
That one goes. Count it.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now Pritchard. Pass to Brown. Over Marshall. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's Dallas. They lead by 4. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
We've got Caleb Martin. He's out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Nembhard in at the point, so that's who Dallas starts the second with. Now, here's Boucher. That's a 2 from Simons. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And Bernie Simons cut his teeth under Damian Lillard. And C.J. McCollum stand some pretty good manners.
You aren't kidding, Kevin. And I think going up against those guys in practice every day, watching them every night, and being another guard who has to score the ball, he couldn't have learned from anybody better. And Anthony Simons now a tough guy to stop.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Boston. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So both teams making some changes here. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that had the most second chance points on the season. Third spot, the Celtics.
And just having a terrific year on the offensive glass, it's because everybody buys in. Not just the big men, but even the guards are getting in on the act.
We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Pass to Russell. Inside, Marshall. Oh, and the jam by Marshall.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
I know some would classify Derek White as underrated. Stan, what's your read on him?
Well, Kevin, I would say he was underrated for a long time, but now I think we've all gotten smarter, and we all realize Derek White is one of the best guards in this league, period. I don't think he's underrated anymore, and I just think it took us a long time to catch up with how good he is.
And both free throws good for White. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Outside, Russell. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Nembhard's shot is good.
just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
For Boston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Celtics trying to keep that laser focus. Coach Joe Mazzulla said, quote, "The closer you are to winning, the easier it is to become distracted by things that you can't control. Things that don't matter. Mindset, discipline, and mental toughness are what separate you." Guys?
Staying dialed in. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Here's Marshall after the basket by Boston. Pass to Nembhard. Misses the 3. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And it's Simons missing.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Also looking it over, here's Marshall. Beyond the arc. No good that time. There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. And White kicks to Simons. White a screen on Nembhard. Here's Simons. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Dallas has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Over to the left wing. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Klay Thompson.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring. And a chance here to check out some stats for Derek White. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 7th in free throw percentage, 18th in blocks, and he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates is such an asset.
And yeah, he's a true professional at the free throw line. It's a part of the game where he excels. You want him at the line for you in crunch time. And the Mavericks with possession here after the basket by Boston. Pass the flag. And here is Washington. No good from outside. 55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Richard with the ball. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. On the wing, Brown. Marshall with the steal. They could use a bucket. The rebound by Keita. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Boston Celtics. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Brown outside. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Here's Flag. He's covered by Pritchard.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Launches it. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics lead. Thank you, Allie, for that. And folks, we'll be back with you after this short halftime break. So don't go away.
Checking out Boston, there are some high expectations coming into the season, and they can create a lot of pressure on a team. But they said, we can handle it.
And now let's discuss that first half. The Mavs in a tight one.
They found an advantage in the painted area, and they're exploiting it. I just say keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, please don't fix it.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots. been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Queta in its center. Here's Pritchard. Following the score by Dallas. Pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Back to Marshall. Now, here's Washington. Still scoreless. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Brown the pass to Queta. Now here's White. Pritchard feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. Over flag. A shot by Pritchard, no good.
Just tremendous defense right there. Applying the pressure.
Here's flag. He's covered by Pritchard. Gafford kicks to Washington. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And while we can now, let's check in on the top scoring rookies in the NBA. Cooper Flag, number 1.
And there's always firepower in every rookie class, but even among the top guns, he's the best of the best. He'll be an offensive force for years to come.
Up top, Brown. Marshall defending. And it's good, 2 points. Queta's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
Washington, that's for 2. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Washington's got the game tied up here for the Mavs. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Pritchard. It's Brown on the wing. Marshall defending. Shoots the 3. And it's White missing.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Washington sets the pick for flag. For the lead, here's Marshall. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Washington. Here's Gafford. And Gafford throws it down.
You can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Nembhard's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Simons, he's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Simons with the screen on Nembhard. Pritchard from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Christie the pass to Nembhard. Here's Marshall, and he banks in the layup. Marshall's got 10 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside, White. Back to Pritchard. Busted. No good that time either. The Mavericks leading. And here is Washington. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Marshall passes to Christie. Gafford sets the pick for Nembhard. Lets a floater go, and the layup is up and in. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Simons from outside. Great positioning on the putback. Queta's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
Here's Christie. He has yet to score from deep Washington. Cans it from downtown.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the three.
Pass to Hauser. The Celtics working the ball around now. Steps back. A kick out to Simon. The Mavericks pull it in.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Now Washington offered his screen on one. Washington, that's for two. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we've reached the end of the third. The Mavericks on top as they end the third quarter on a 15-6 run. We're back after this from American Airlines Center. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. They've got Flag. He's out there with Thompson. And it's Nembhard in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here's Brown. To the right side. Pass to Walsh. Takes the three. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Boucher.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Here's Nembhard. Thompson outside. A 3-ball. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
And how's that for an answer? Thompson getting his revenge in style there.
That's a 2 from Simons. That shot off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Celtics trail by 5. Looking to get back on track here, and that's 2 points on the layup. 8 points for Anthony Simons.
Some guts. Simons finishing with strength.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Mavericks making a switch here. Gaffert's checked in. Boston also with the sub. Kate is checked in. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
And Allie, thanks so much. Pass to Walsh. Brown against Russell. Brown with it. Boucher with a screen on Russell. Oh, that was a two-hander.
Well, as his career has progressed, Brown's really improved his playmaking. Credit to him for putting in the work.
It's Nembhard on the wing, covered by Simons. Here's Thompson. Jacks up a 3. No good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brown putting it on the deck. 6 feet out. Oh, and he cannot get the layup. Mavericks leading by 4. Russell outside. Now Thompson puts up a 3. Rebounded by Brown. Now Simons. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Lays it in off the window.
Well, those are some big points from Simons, delivering when they needed it.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Celtics making a change here. Here's Flag. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Gafford sets the pick for Flag. The three is off. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now Brown. To tie it up. Flag with the rebound. The Mavericks leading. Here's Washington. She'll decide where to go with it. Now Flag. Shot clock at 5. Washington. That's off. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
Big time basket at a big time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now, here's Washington. Hauser defending. Outside, Christie. Here's Gafford. Washington, 3, good.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Jaylen Brown. That one misses.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm. Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And that's an intentional foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Dallas. Flag. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Now a timeout called by Boston. 20 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
It's the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for White.
And that makes it a 1-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. For 3. Flag with the rebound. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. At the line for 2. Flag.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he is unable to get the second one. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch.